Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the best of PPW High Voltage. This, EJ, let's just say it now, episode 7 come 11 like a goat.
I don't know what that was, Paul Bo, but let me tell you something. I spent some of the best nights of my life outside of a 7-Eleven. It's actually where I met my first wife.
Well, shout out to Michael Camarelli. I'm Paul Bo, alongside Julius Kuiper, smack down in the middle, young Alexander Bo.
Whoa, Bo boy. From now on, you will refer to me as Alexander Bravado.
Oh, boy.
I've changed it.
Oh my
We're going to talk about this off air.
Wait, so before you were Bo, and now you're Bravado, so that means by the transitive property, you're a Bovado.
Okay, can we continue?
All right, well, yeah, let's continue. We'll talk about this later, about this name-changing thing. In our first match tonight, it was a 6-man tag match. Mantequilla and the main event took on Foxx, Vinyer, and the Punk Rock All-Stars. That was back on February 16th, 2019. It was PPW Juiced. In our middle match, Navarro and Evander James. EJ, do you know where they clashed?
YMCA.
It was PPW Showtime at the now defunct Hazleton Y back on August 18th, 2018. Alex Watt will have a preview of that one. And in our main event, again, it was PPW Juiced, February 16th, 2019. Juventud Guerrera, the Hoovy Juice, who made Frank Boris wait 45 minutes for him in the hotel while he was combing his hair, took on Sam Adams and Evander James in the main event.
Tell you what, there's a reason Evander James is in so many of these best-of matches. It's because he's a top-tier independent wrestler, not just in PPW, but all over the country. And who better to face than Juventud Guerrera? Guerrera, excuse me.
Oh, come on!
Come on, what? Get out of here. Go to Tom Mitchell. The first match is coming up.
PPW Nation, hello, and welcome to a brand new Best of PPW series episode. My name is Tom Mitchell, and let's get started with the night's very first contest. We'll go back to PPW Juiced on February 16th, 2019, and as you might guess by name, Juventud Guerrera was our guest for the night. He was joined by the likes of Veda Scott, Brian Pillman Jr., and all of your favorite PPW stars. But the match we'll be focusing on is a 6-man tag team match from the night. It will be Mantequilla in the main event versus Vile, the team of Foxx, Vinyer, and the Punk Rock All-Stars, managed by Delilah. Now, this action is high-flying, hard-hitting, and all over the ring. Can you keep up? Let's find out. Right now, here's Paul with the introductions.
Paul Bowe, I think saying it looks like a circus in that ring is an understatement.
EJ, six-man tag team here on High Voltage. We saw last month Foxx, Vinyer, and the Punk Rock All-Stars coming over victorious over the main event, and Jay Vera on the Impact New Beginnings pre-show. Tonight, they have one of the brothers in arms, Mantequilla. They call him Butter. And he's no stranger here to PPW, returning the high-flying luchador.
Mantequilla. Mantequilla.
We'll call him Manny.
All right, Paul Bowe.
Looks like Manny and Foxx Vinyer. Foxx Vinyer, veteran, been around, spent some time in the Ring of Honor system. Now coming here to PPW, has signed a 6-month deal here with PPW. He will be part of the main roster in months to come. Mantequilla has the hands up high.
Paul Bowe, Punk Rock All-Stars added a member to their ranks in recent months.
Absolutely, and he fits in just perfectly. Foxx Vinyer, one-handed push-up, showing the upper body strength.
Paul Bowe, you think that was an accident, that haircut, or you think he did that on purpose?
I want to know where he gets his haircut, so I don't go there.
Mantequilla trying to get this crowd on their feet. Opening matchup of PPW Juiced.
Collar and elbow tie-up, show of strength there. Foxx Vinyer backs Manny up into the corner. Will we see a clean break? No! Misses wildly. Mantequilla up, goes to go over, springboard, sits on top of the rope. Look at him, he's telling them to come to him. Showing the agility.
Look at this.
Roman Greco knuckle lock there and a big slap right across the chest of Vinyer.
What we're seeing is a classic speed versus size matchup here.
And there's that lucha arm drag by Mantequilla. And look at the stance there, Vinyer backing up. Punk Rock All-Stars looking on in disbelief.
Tell you what, Paul Bowe, lots of lucha action recently here in PPW.
The fans love it.
Across North America in general. Changing the landscape of professional wrestling.
Tag out to Drake Carter. I believe he is the real legal man. Double underhook by the main event. They kip up for a big martial arts style kick by Jay Lyon. Has him set up, hanging on the ropes. Here comes Midas Black. Springboard, double knees across the back by Midas Black.
I'll tell you what, the main event, they get more impressive month after month. Each time we see them in this ring, they have something new to show us.
There is over his government cheese, EJ.
Paul Bowe, we all know we like a slice of that.
Mantequilla stomping on Sean Cannon.
All right, Paul Bowe, this is what this crowd paid to see. Mantequilla on the top rope. He's going to be stopped there.
And there's that veteran tag ability of the Punk Rock All-Stars. A big knee right to the corner of the back. Right to the small of the back, excuse me. Hung up in the tree of woe. Drake Carter smells blood in the water.
Is that why that fin is sticking up there, Paul Bowe?
Floats over, rolls him over, kick out at 2 by Mantequilla. Mantequilla taking a beating here by one of the Punk Rock All-Stars, Drake Carter.
Paul Bowe, there is no secret who this crowd is behind. The main event and Mantequilla trying to get Mantequilla back on his feet here so he can make that tag.
Floats over, kick out at 2. And there, like I said, EJ, Punk Rock All-Stars, Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling Tag Team Champs for much of 2018. They lost the titles at the end of the year, but they are on the road back here at PPW.
Paul Bowe, they are definitely a formidable tag team. Anyone who crosses their path is never the same once they're done. South Philly's finest. As tough as they are, they will never forget getting that hairspray or hair dye or whatever it was right in the face. Punk Rock All-Stars will go to any means necessary to get those belts back.
Right now, Punk Rock All-Stars and Foxx Vinyer's in total control of this matchup. Jay Lyon, like a caged lion, trying to get in.
It looks like someone took that lion's lunch.
Big whip across. Oh, man. Mantequilla hard off the turnbuckles. You can see, EJ, the ring shifting there.
Vinyer threw him in with all 250 pounds of him.
Look at this. He is cutting through Mantequilla like a hot knife through butter. Look at big running European uppercut.
Oh, another clothesline, and those blows. Like I said, Foxx Vinyer is no small man. Oh, Manny gets the foot up. This could be the opening he's looking for, EJ.
Desperation move, but like you said, that's all he needed. The size was just too much for Mantequilla to overcome there, especially in a weakened state. But Vinyer only gets a 2. Mantequilla's still in this one, hanging on for his team.
He's got to make the tag, EJ. He's got to make the tag.
Mantequilla, he's up. Most wrestlers, that's a vulnerable position, not Mantequilla.
Nick takes him over with the Mexican head scissors. Oh, big kick by Manti.
Vinyer easily reverses. Mantequilla ducks. Vinyer going down, showing the agility for the big man.
How about that, EJ? Floats over, hooks the leg, kick out at 2. We're seeing some high-flying action here in the opening contest at PPW. Listen to this crowd.
Absolutely a clash of styles here between Vinyer and Mantequilla, and now here's the tag. We're going to have a triple team effort.
Well, the Punk Rock All-Stars, this isn't their first rodeo. They've cut this 18-by-18 ring in half, EJ. They've kept Mantequilla in their corner. The double teams, the triple teams, it's taking effect on his body. Mantequilla isn't the biggest, but he has one of the biggest hearts.
Absolutely, but there's only so much a human body could take. This could be it. Very, very close. I thought I heard 3 there.
2 3/4. Drake Carter, what Mantequilla now tagged to Foxx Vinyer. In and out, frequent tags.
Mantequilla being driven into the corner. Vinyer overpowering him once again.
And you can see the wind coming out of Mantequilla. Just watch his expressions. Well, you can't really see them through the mask, but his body language. Uh-oh, Vinyer in the 3-point stance. Manny rolls over, ducks the line, goes up for the springboard, flying body press.
And there was the opening. Mantequilla was able to reach into that bag of offensive maneuvers and pull something out.
That's taken a lot out of him. Both men laid out on the canvas. Referee beginning to count. He's got to get, here comes the tag. Here comes Drake Carter. Here comes Jay Lyon.
Paul Bowe, the lion is finally released from his cage and he is not happy. Unbelievable.
German, what? Uh-oh. Look at this. He's got the hoop. You know what that means, EJ?
Paul Bowe, we're about to see some circus tricks here.
Uh-oh. He's getting it for Manny.
Mantequilla!
Oh! Tope con hilo.
Paul Bowe, that almost looks like a dog show right there.
Midas Black stomping his feet.
Look at the agility.
Oh! Martial arts style kick, floats over, back press. 2, I thought he put him away.
And here comes the double team on the Lion. Probably the only way you're going to put a guy that size down.
Well, new PPW referee Dave Squidward has lost all control.
Squidward?
As sent on by Foxx Vinyer.
Where do we get these guys from, Paul Bowe?
Carter floats over, Sean Cannon, no. Manny breaks it up. All 6 men in the ring at once. Delilah looks concerned. Step up enziguri by Mantequilla.
Beautifully done. Mantequilla, once again, in a very vulnerable position, but he just keeps putting himself out there, Paul Bowe.
Oh! Cannon just nailed Carter.
Look at that. Mantequilla created his own opening there.
Oh!
Open palm strike.
Oh! Lights out, floats over. 1, 2, 3. What a great matchup, EJ. Mantequilla and the main event. PPW Tag Team Locker Room. Be on high alert. The main event is climbing the ranks month by month.
PPW Nation, let me take you back to PPW Showtime, where just 1 month earlier in PPW, Casey Navarro debuted. Now, just a week ago, he was highlighted on AEW, and tonight you get to watch his second match in PPW, again at PPW Showtime, against the man you can trust, Evander James. Enjoy.
I feel like everyone's watching me and I ain't stopping it all. You're gonna feel my grind, my grind. Whether it's sunny or rainy, going every day, you're gonna feel my grind. I'm looking something today, whether it's money or pain, you're gonna feel my grind. I just want it all. I feel like everyone's watching me and I ain't stopping it all. You're gonna feel my
Well, we're off at Navarro over the top rope. Paul Bose rushing over here to the commentary booth. We have already started.
It's on like Donkey Kong. Phil Bravado, Paul Ball, PPW High Voltage main event. Evander James, Casey Navarro. This thing is started hotter than pepperoni on the 4th of July. Chop right across the chest on Evander James.
A lot of history here, Paul. And namely, a lot of events going on in the last month. In other companies, these two got in a scuffle in the locker room. And they've been jawing at one another all month. This is long awaited. And Evander James is going to get a really good contest, a really good test, I should say, against Casey Navarro here tonight.
He's getting a tour to ring right there. This is a qualifying match for that PPW heavyweight tournament, September 15th. Beautiful. Look at the athletic ability of Casey Navarro and the spider web right into the side of the ring. James moves over. Nobody ducks out of dodge. You know what's coming here, Phil. 5-7-0 kick right in the snoot. Navarro like a house on fire going up top.
The problem with fighting Casey Navarro is you leave 5 seconds on the table and you've got 3 moves going against you.
Absolutely. Springboard went for the... James caught him and right across the chest. That top rope wound so tight, Phil. That has to hurt.
Yeah, that's the intensity I like to see from Evander James as well. That's how he got that golden briefcase from TJ Marconi a few months back. That's how he can win against Casey Navarro here. Pick up a huge win tonight.
Absolutely, Phil, and I think Evander James has got to keep Casey Navarro grounded here, and he's just doing that cocky, arrogant, condescending attitude that he's developed over the last couple of months here. Instead of staying on him, he's belittling, and there's a slap right across the face by Navarro, only at 130 pounds.
Wow, look at the strength. I mean, 130 pounds of Casey Navarro, but Evander James is also strong. That haymaker threw Navarro halfway across the ring. That is what Evander James has to do more of in this match. He has to use his speed. He's never going to catch up to Navarro's moves.
Navarro hanging out on that refurnished turnbuckle there in the corner. Chop across the chest. And you can see Navarro anguishing in pain. Evander James taunting him, backing him into the corner, perhaps taking a little bit too much time, Phil, as we said earlier.
Well, PPW calls this a qualifying match. To Evander James, this thing's personal. To Casey Navarro, this thing's personal. So every time they get a second to hit their opponent, should I say, they're going to take it, and it's going to be a lot stronger than any other time.
Navarro hung up in the tree there and right to the side of the knee, the ACL area. And you could see him holding the leg there.
Smart move by James to take out the wheels of Navarro. Obviously, the best asset that Casey Navarro brings to Hazleton here tonight.
Stop.
This just shows, excuse me, Paul, this just shows the strategy of Evander James. It shows how much he does his research.
Absolutely, definitely does his homework. Casey Navarro, like we said, 130 pounds, but flies around that ring like he's 230 pounds, the way he hits people. And holding that left leg.
That's going to be a real big problem for Navarro, obviously. And he's in the ring with an experienced opponent who's going to take advantage of it. The problem here, though, is what you mentioned earlier with Evander James. He has developed such a cocky attitude in the last couple of months. You have to wonder if he now thinks he's won this. He has to stay on the leg of Casey Navarro. He has to continue that punishment.
Right on cue to Navarro, a mile a minute. Look at that! James stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, man, pendulum backbreaker by Evander James. And that hurt Navarro big time, Phil.
Well, that knee. That knee by Evander James, as you said, you see Casey Navarro wincing in pain right now. He doesn't know whether to grab his back or his leg. And Evander James hears the Casey chants from the Hazleton. This Hazleton crowd, he cannot let that bother him. That's the problem with Evander James.
In only his second match here at PPW, Casey Navarro has developed a huge following here in Hazleton. Big whip off the ropes. Evander James and reeling out of that corner goes Navarro. Hit hard, Phil. Neck snap back, still favoring that leg.
But you see the desperation of Navarro throwing up that leg. Navarro knew that was going to hurt. He didn't care. That is the attitude of a champion. That is the attitude of somebody making waves here.
Back elbow, not to cut you off, Phil. Big back elbow by Evander James, and now Navarro is spitting blood out of his mouth. It's quite visible. He's been busted open by that elbow of James. Better check his chiclets there. Step up enziguri by Navarro.
Well, Paul, that right leg still works.
Going up top, you know what we say here, Phil. High risk, high reward. Both men exchanging haymakers up on that top rope.
Navarro better look out. There we go.
Went for the Frankensteiner, and James caught him on that top rope.
Navarro.
You got to be kidding me.
Wait a minute.
Oh, man! Oh. Frankensteiner by Navarro.
Evander James writhing in pain in the middle of this ring. As we mentioned earlier, this match, a personal match, one that has a lot of stakes here in PPW, one that has a lot of bragging rights in the back. Evander James told me earlier he doesn't care what Casey Navarro comes in with. He doesn't care about the acclaim. He's done it himself here in PPW.
Well, last few months, Evander James has found himself in the main event here at PPW. This is your main event on PPW High Voltage. And Casey Navarro trying to climb that ladder, as you say, Phil, rung by rung, to give himself a shot. That's all the kid ever wanted, was an opportunity. He told me months ago when he contacted the PPW offices, he said, Paul Bull, point me in the right direction. All as I'm asking for is an opportunity here. The opportunity was granted by TJ Masters, and what an opportunity it's been so far in just one short month. Oh, man! Planted him like a palm tree in the Sunshine State. Floats over, lateral press, shoulders down. 2 3/4. Wow, did Evander James kick out of that one, Phil?
Perfect example of Casey Navarro's strategy. You think you have him right where you want him, and 5 seconds later, you are on the ground, not him.
This is Miami native Casey Navarro making names for himself up and down the East Coast. So is Evander James. We've talked about him before, wrestling all the big names on the independent scene. Now he's telling James to get up. He has him sized. Went for the wild kick. Oh, man! That one caught him. Right in the teeth, his lifeless body.
Navarro might be out on his feet.
Went for the buckle bomb. Turned it into the Frankensteiner, into the corner.
I'm not sure on the PPW roster right now if there is someone that turns the tables quicker than Casey Navarro. It almost seems like when he is in a vulnerable spot, he has a move to get out of it and then attack his opponent.
Up and over Navarro. Whoa!
Navarro's up in a very compromising position.
James better hold himself up there. Not on the apron! Not on the apron!
Paul, we know how hard this is.
Oh, man! Reverse tombstone on the apron. Navarro, lifeless body, right to the floor.
Paul, bro, this crowd is silent.
He spiked him right on that apron there. Both men laying outside the ring here. Fans getting their money's worth here on our PPW High Voltage main event. Evander James trying to will himself to that vertical base. Jeff Carden already at 6. That's higher than you thought he could count, Phil.
No. I seen him added numbers with his fingers in the back. Paul, the outside, always the wild card.
Look at Navarro's body is lifeless. Is lifeless, Phil.
Wait a minute.
Mike Orlando's music, where is he?
Evander James looking all over for Mike Orlando, whose music just hit.
Oh, Navarro with the spinning back kick.
No Mike Orlando. It was enough to distract Evander James.
Navarro going up top. Frank Boris in position. So is everybody here at the Hazleton YWCA. Navarro takes flight. Frog splash from hell. Matchbook cover. 2, 3. Navarro advances. Here's your winner, advancing to the tournament September 15th, the Sky Reaper, Casey Navarro. Casey Navarro has punched his ticket. September 15th, Holy Family Academy, our 5-year show. Casey Navarro will be in that title match. What a match! What a victory!
Guys, I'm here with former WWE superstar Rosa Mendes, but her real name and her Instagram handle is
Real Malena Roca.
See, now I like that. See, only the people with that Spanish heritage can really do that. So it's so cool to have you here, and I appreciate you doing this.
Oh, of course. I love being here.
Thank you. The shirt you're wearing right now?
You can kiss my hand if you want.
Okay, oh my God. That's the moment right there.
Thank you so much.
Going on my Instagram, which is wicked_turtle_network.
Okay, I'm going to have to follow you guys.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I'll follow you for sure.
And you're wearing our shirt, which
Yes.
is super cool.
Isn't it so sick?
Wicked Turtle Club. We're going to plug it because we're awesome.
Thank you.
So, what got you into the wrestling business? I'm sure there's so many things you could have done in life.
So back in the day, and I'm going to show my age here, a long time ago, in 2005, I started doing Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu in Las Vegas.
Wow.
I was trained to do a K1 fight. I trained with Mark Lehman and Antonio Sebastian. I was learning Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and I was getting ready for this fight that I was going to do, and then I heard about a diva search. And and I was like, wait, I can still look like a lady and not get my face did get bashed in wrestling, so
A couple times.
yeah, I thought it was a good avenue for me, and I've always loved Trish Stratus so much. I love you, babe, so much. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is an opportunity for me to get in WWE. So I took it, and I was 4th place.
It's awesome.
And then I was like, hey guys, are you guys going to give me a contract? And they were like, no. And I was like,
No.
I started writing all these emails. I said, hey, you don't have to pay me. I will live in Louisville, Kentucky. I want to wrestle, please. And so after like sending multiple emails, they wrote me back and they said, yes.
That's awesome.
And I was actually drinking orange juice.
Oh, no.
When I found out, and they called me and I spit it out on my friends in Vegas at breakfast. Yeah.
So where did you go when they said yes? What did you go to developmental?
Yes, I moved to Louisville, Kentucky from Las Vegas at a high-paying model job. Okay.
Nice.
And then I moved to Louisville, Kentucky, where models weren't as accepted in the wrestling world. So to say that I paid my dues is an understatement.
Right.
Yeah. Because models were not liked back then at all.
So this just popped in my head because you're talking about the modeling thing and then the WWE thing.
Yeah.
With the women's revolution, there's kind of been the switch from diva to women's like superstar.
Yeah.
How because you kind of bordered both of those worlds.
I actually, sorry to interrupt you, but this is really an important subject for me. I actually retired right when the revolution started. But I saw the business kind of veering towards, had happened after Charlotte and Natty had that amazing match at NXT.
Right.
Was it a 40-minute match or 30-minute? I think it was a 40-minute. 40-minute match, and they killed it. And those two women proved to WWE and the audience, to the universe, that women can wrestle just as great as the guys, sometimes even better. No, just kidding.
I love
just kidding. But just as good as the guys. And so I feel like that was a really big evolution for women's wrestling.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing like women's main events constantly now, and it's resonating through the indie circuit as well. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is beautiful. And actually, after I had my child, I went back to WWE and I worked on this character, and I was going to come back, and I could not leave my baby, and it was just too soon to leave her. She was 5 months, and I could not. It was too soon. So I stayed home, and I did Totally Fit Mama, tfmama.com, lifestyle brand helping women to eat healthy and live a healthier lifestyle. And at-home workouts. I have at-home workouts with Rob McIntyre, who is John Cena's strength coach.
Right.
So I designed all that, and then I just started missing the ring so much, and watching the matches with my daughter. These 20, 30, 40-minute matches on WWE, three women's matches, 2 matches. I'm like, oh my God, I want to be a part of this revolution. And even if I don't go back, the indies are paying attention to women's wrestling.
Big time.
And now I get to be doing like what I want to do and what I love so much.
Yeah.
And having long matches, which is
amazing, because in the indies you can kind of control what you're doing.
Exactly.
This is wonderful. So you said that you watched some of your matches and wrestling with your daughter.
Yes.
Now I've seen your daughter and yourself like live on Instagram. Yeah. Literally the cutest thing.
Thank you. She's spicy.
So does she enjoy wrestling?
She loves it. We have this huge beanbag, and I taught her how to do crossbodies, and we do double crossbodies. Her and I are a tag team, and I go double crossbody, and we both run and do double crossbodies. And she already knows how to do an arm bar, and she wants to learn the super kick, but I'm like, I don't know if it's safe for daycare, and
especially not daycare.
Yeah. But she knows to try this in daycare, and she knows just to beat up her mom. Just kidding. But yeah, so she loves wrestling already. She goes,
awesome.
Mommy, are you going to go wrestle? And I said, yes, Jordan, I am. And she gets really happy. So
since we're talking about your daughter, and it's probably not even making sense to ask at this point, but your biggest inspiration in life
is my daughter.
Absolutely.
Everything changed after I had my daughter, especially having my daughter during a revolution. I want my daughter to look back at tapes of me, and yes, she sees her mom wiggling her butt and looking all beautiful on TV, but she's not going to see her mom as a strong in-ring competitor. And I'm not going to let that go down. Like, my father is really sick right now. He's in the hospital, and he was on his deathbed. He was on life support. And I looked at him, and that was a big changing period in my head. I was just like, I don't want to grow old and be on my deathbed and say that I didn't do everything I could to be the best in-ring competitor I could ever be.
Absolutely.
Because that was a dream of mine.
Yeah.
And I want to show my daughter that I can do that too. So that's the real reason of my comeback.
So that's the goal.
Yes.
See, it's cool to have like a goal, like, okay, I want to go to Ring of Honor, I want to go to WWE. But to have a purpose, it's so much more.
Yes, exactly. I want to get signed with ROH. I love ROH.
Awesome.
And, Ring of Honor has always been focused on wrestling. So Rosa Mendes and Ring of Honor don't really go together, but I'm going to make Milena Roca and Ring of Honor go together.
You've heard it here first.
I would love to. Yes, we'll see what happens. So
we're going to tag them. So
yay, stay tuned for that. I hope. Please.
It should happen. I don't see why not.
Thank you.
So, thank you so much.
Of course.
You've been amazing.
Thank you.
I'm not going to kiss your hand again.
Hey, what?
I'm a creeper.
I'm wearing amazing perfume right now.
I know.
Am I intoxicating you with my perfume?
Oh, jeez. We got to cut.
Okay.
No. So, thank you so much.
Of course.
And Wicked Turtle Network, everybody.
Yes, Wicked Turtle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's main event time, as in Munderwear. Main event time on the best of PPW High Voltage. Paul Ball alongside Julius Kuiper, still here with us. Alexander Bravado. EJ, let's go back to February 16th, 2 days after Valentine's Day, the year of our Lord 2019. It was PPW Juiced and a three-way dance sat at the top of the card. Juventud Carrera, Mr. Good Luck Samuel Adams, and a man you can trust, Evander James.
Tell you what, Paul Bo, Juventud Carrera, another living legend we brought into PPW. And he was a pioneer bringing that luchador style to the United States in the late 1990s during the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars, whatever you want to call it. And wrestling has never been the same since then.
Well, Hoovy, to this day now, Hoovy might have lost his mask. He's never lost his smile. At his age now, in his mid-40s, the guy can still flat-out go. Speaking of flat-out go, how about Mr. Good Luck Samuel Adams?
Absolutely. Former PPW heavyweight champion. One of the toughest competitors we've ever had. Anyone we've ever put in front of him, he has went toe-to-toe and pushed them to their limits.
And a man that you said before is in a lot of these best of PPW matches, Evander James, the man you can trust.
Another former champion, PPW champion there, and as I said, one of the top-tier competitors in all of wrestling today.
Let's go to Tom Mitchell for the first match.
Well, Tom Mitchell already did the first match, but let's go to the ring for tonight's main event.
I think we need to go back to the unemployment line and get another third man here.
For what?
Here
Who are
we
you
go.
going to get?
See you
Hand
later.
model?
See you later.
E.A. James looking to earn that #1 contendership. Sam Adams, former PPW heavyweight champion, looking to climb to the top of that ladder once again. Sam Adams flying solo now, no longer under the tutelage of Diablo Rojo. A new man over the past few months. Still a fan favorite here at PPW. They love Sam Adams here in Hazleton. What a reception the former champion receives here in the Mountain City. Sam Adams is on all cylinders. Say, Evander James wants a piece of Sam Adams in the worst way. Just got sprayed by Juventud Guerrera, excuse me. Paul Ball, tell you what, baby powder, spit. What the heck is going on here? I'm wearing a poncho next time. I'm wearing a poncho next time. I had to grapple with Paul Bowe. I'm definitely taking a shower after this.
So I want you to now come to me and give me the juice power. Juice, 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 juice. Finally, thank you. I come back. Tonight, tonight. It just smells like the juice. It's cooking.
Here we go for the number one contender for the PPW Heavyweight Championship. What a main event this is, Paul Bowe. Only PPW could bring you this caliber of a main event.
It's our PPW High Voltage main event, number one contendership. On the line, E.A. James, Sam Adams, Juventud Guerrera.
Even Jeff the ref's got some love here.
Did they cheer him?
I can't tell. I have headphones on. He's getting a pop there, Paul Bowe. Look at it. It's getting to his head. He can't even climb the rope. Moving to Paul Bowe, living legend.
Absolutely. We seen him last year at the True Fight for America. And I'll tell you what, he put on a stellar show against Sam Adams in a one-on-one contest tonight. Evander James thrown into the wrinkle. This should be a great matchup, EJ. What a great card tonight we had here on Juiced.
Tell you what, the style of wrestling that Juventud brought here back in the 90s, brought to America, he was instrumental in bringing the luchador style of wrestling to the United States, first through ECW and then through WCW, where he earned the Cruiserweight Championship and led that division through its most spectacular era. And now look at this, back to basics with the armbar.
Nice arm drag by Juventud Guerrera, now twisting, contorting the body of Evander James. Crowd chanting juice. I'll tell you what, last month at Impact, the crowd was into tonight. This has been one of the loudest crowds here at PPW in a long time. Big chop across the chest of Evander James.
EA James taking a pounding here from Juventud Guerrera.
Juvi's going to send him for the ride. Big reversal by James. Nope, reversal by Juvi.
This one's starting to pick up the pace here, Palbo.
Oh, Mexican head scissor takeover by Juventud Guerrera. Evander James ducks out of dodge. Oh, Juvi. What? Sam Adams grabbed his foot. Oh, he got Sam Adams by the hair. Looks to bring him in the hard way. How about that for core strength of Juventud?
Palbo, let me ask you something. Are you fooled by this new leaf that Sam Adams has turned over?
I don't know.
Time will tell, right?
Look at that. Sunset flip by Adams. Juvi winning. Sam Adams rolls him up. No. Oh, look at this. Into the submission hold, EJ.
Palbo, look at that innovative style. 20-plus years here in the United States, still innovating. Now when Lucha Libre is at its most popular here it's probably ever been in the United States, Juventud Guerrera still at the top of that style of wrestling.
The upper echelon is Juventud Guerrera of that lucha style. Spent many years in AAA. Still goes down once in a while. Big whip. Oh, Sam Adams hard into the turnbuckle by Evander James. Caught him right in the larynx. Basement dropkick. James down low. Looks to take flight. Juvi right in front of us. James cartwheel. Oh, man. Punched him right in the face.
I think he might have tricked the veteran there, Palbo.
And look at the look on Juvi's face there. Shaking the cobwebs. James hit him right in the snoot.
EA James created chaos, and then look at that.
Wrecking ball by Sam Adams. Sam Adams revving it up again. Again, stinger splash into the corner. James up.
Tell you what, the past few months, 1, 2, it's been like someone lit a fire under Sam Adams, you know what, because he is a totally different wrestler.
Well, he ditched Diablo Rojo, long-term mentor and manager. Jaw jacker by Adams. Sends him for the ride off the ropes. James gets the big foot up. Look at that ability by Evander James. Nice knee right to the jaw by Evander. Has him in the front face lock. Beautiful vertical suplex by Evander James. Floats over.
That rocked.
Juvi going up to the top rope. High risk, high reward.
That rocked Sam Adams' world, I was going to say, as he rolls out. Juventud Guerrera from behind. You want to talk about Pearl Harbor job there, Palbo?
Absolutely. Juvi caught him right from behind. Was never even looking. Went for the lariat there. James moved. Here's another chop right across the chest.
What do you even call that, Palbo?
A double plant. Juvi floats over, shoulders down. Tried to pin Adams, then tried to pin James. No friendships in this one, EJ. Every man for himself. Number one contendership on the line. Thank you for spending your Sunday night with us here on PPW High Voltage, only on WYLN.
With action like this, where else are you going to spend your Sunday night?
James and Adams buying right into each other. The Juice going up top on that yellow rope, now perched on the purple one.
Soaring through the air like Solo Spaceman. Juventud takes out both his competitors. Plants EA James.
Adams plants James down on the mat. Juvi's feeling it. Here comes Adams, ducks the line. Martial arts style kick by Juvi. Oh, man!
Michinoku driver from Juventud Guerrera.
James just saved him.
Palbo, now you're just seeing a true international style there. As we said, Juventud Guerrera, very innovative.
Oh, man, kick right to the jaw by Guerrera.
EA James catches Guerrera.
It's time to launch him. Launchpad McDuck. What's that guy's name? Launchpad McQuacken.
Tailspin. Is that what you're talking about?
DuckTales.
DuckTales.
Launchpad McQuack. Floats over, shoulders down. I'll find out from Alexander. I'll ask him.
Camarelli would know.
Of course, he's a big DuckTales fan. Sam Adams down Evander James, spending a lot of time again, EJ, pandering to the crowd. That's been the biggest criticism of Evander James here in PPW.
Absolutely, but when you have an ego like that and you hear people criticizing you, you can't just ignore it.
But how long before it bites him you know where? Especially in a match like this. Oh, springboard cutter by Adams. Caught him in midair.
There it is, Paul Bo.
Rolls him up, small package. He got him. Sam Adams is your number one contender. Here's your winner and the number one contender, Mr. Goodluck, Samuel Adams. Next month at PPW Throwdown at 5th Street, it'll be Sam Adams and Sean Carr, EJ.
You know what, Pablo? It looks like Sam Adams is ready. I've never seen him more at the top of his game than he is right now. Sean Carr, you better bring 5 security guards with you because Sam Adams has your number.
Sam Adams into the crowd celebrating with his fans. For Julius Kuiper, Phil Bravado, I'm Paul Bull. Good night, everybody.
Hey, it's Anthony. Once again, thank you so much for watching the best of PPW. Be sure to follow us on all social media to stay up to date of everything PPW. Over on Facebook at PPW Entertainment, Instagram at PPW Online, Twitter at PPW Wrestling 1, and YouTube, where you can see the entire back catalog of PPW wrestling matches at PPW Entertainment. And let us know. Send us a message on any of those platforms and let us know your favorite matches, and maybe they can make the cut in future episodes of PPW The Best Of. Tune in every Sunday night at 8 p.m. right here to find your best, just find out what we picked as the best matches. And we'll see you guys next week. This is Anthony, and we're out of here. Support your local wrestling.